First of all, I would like to ask for the opportunity from Ajahn Anan, Ajahn Mahasomchai, and all the Theras and my monastic friends for this chance to give Dhamma talk. And hello and welcome all the lay people here at Wat Mapjan and from online. Even though we may be far away from each other, the time difference, but we can still come to practice together. And many of you here at Wat Mapjan, you come all the way from overseas, or some of you come from different part of Thailand to practice here. So I feel honored and happy to be able to give you Dhamma and to share my practicing experience for you all to hear. I look up at your profiles and I see that you all come from different occupation. Many of you are doctors, nurses, some of you are businessmen, and many of you are parents, father, mother. But whatever occupation or whatever status you are, everyone wants to be loved, want to have people to have metta toward you. I feel the same. If someone think of me, a Kruba Dterng, and they feel happy and they think good things about me, that's good. But if they think of Kruba Dterng and I don't want to hear his name, he must have done something really bad. So for yourself, you have to practice, to train yourself so that others can live with you or be with you and their heart will be cool and collected. So there are many points of Dhamma that can help you to be able to do that. The first one is Sankhaha Wattu, is the 4 principles of service. The first one is dana, generosity. So as Buddhists, many of us, we already know how to give, to help others. And I see that many of you here offer the Sangha, offer Luang Por Anan many valuable things. So I would like to anumodana with all of you. Because the Buddha said, a giver is always loved. So we have to practice to share for those who feel neglected, especially those who feel neglected, and that would make them feel really good. But we have to give up something and not expecting for them to give back. Because the Buddha said that giving dana, it is to let go of the selfishness. My experience is when I was a new monk, the first pansa, in the food line, the new monks, we always have to go last. We have to be in the back of the line. And one day, there was this one bottle of vitamin water left, and I really want to get that. But then I know that my friend who ordained after me, he was just behind me. He also wanted that water. So I took that bottle and gave it to him, and I said, I would feel better if you have this. And somehow, maybe it's from giving this dana, the next day, somebody offer like a pack of this vitamin water to the Sangha, and I was able to enjoy this water. And the second point is having kind speech. To be able to give advice or to talk good things, that's very important. Because if someone is suffering, then to be able to help them with kind words, then that person will feel less suffered. I'm sure many of you have seen on YouTube or in TikTok that some of the video, the owners of dogs and cats, they can train their pets. If they say sit, then the pets sit. They say don't eat, then the pets will stop. And if they allow them to eat, then they will eat then. And why can dogs and cats understand our language? They cannot speak, but they can communicate because they have feeling. If you give the dogs some food, then they are happy. Or if you scold them, then they show that they are sad and depressed. That is because our heart, our speech, it has power, and the pets can feel them. And for us human, surely we can feel that positive or negative energy also. So it is important for us to change. So from now on, we make a determination that we will speak only good things, something beneficial. And if we have to warn someone, we shouldn't scold them. We warn them with metta. The third point is practicing useful conduct, attacariya, meaning helping others. I'm giving you an example. If I give one of you a broom and I tell you to sweep this whole hall by yourself, you just think about it and you feel tired already. But if someone come and offer to help, that we can sweep this hall together, then you will feel good. So you can help out in whatever way you can, whether it's carrying sanghadana, carrying water. If everyone helps each other, then the job will finish very quickly. And then you will also feel happy that there's someone helping. So you should practice that yourself. And the fourth point is samanatata, which is consistency. Because all these 3 points earlier, you cannot just do it just randomly. You have to keep it consistent. And in that way, you can lessen your selfishness. And you also have to know that by lessening your ego, you shouldn't let go all of it. You have to know that what is the convention. You have to know the time, the place, whether you are the boss or employee, then you will act according to that status. And that is the 4 principles of service. And the next Dhamma point is the 4 brahma vihara. I'm sure many of you already know the first 2, which is metta and karuna, loving kindness and compassion, wishing other to have happiness and wishing other to be out of suffering. These 2 are my favorites, and I really like to practice this. So I try to help others in whichever way I can, because I think that being human, they suffer, I also suffer. So I try to help in whichever way. But the third point, mudita, rejoicing in other progress. Many people do not practice this, do not develop this quality. But it is important to have mudita because it will lessen our jealousy. Being jealous, it can be compared to having fire in your heart. And sometimes with a lot of jealousy, then it will show on your face and in your eyes. It's like the fire come up to your face and the fire appear in your eyes. And we have to change our view. We have to think that that person, they accomplished something because they did some past karma, good past karma in the past, in this life or their last lives. So we should be happy with them, because one day, if we receive something good, we probably don't want other people to be jealous of us. So, for example, when you see someone do something good every day, for example, someone is offering sanghadana, or someone tell you that they chant itipiso 108 times today, or your friends and family get promotion in their job, then you say sadhu, you rejoice with them. And by doing that every day, then you train your heart to develop this quality of mudita. And the last one is upekha, equanimity. It means letting go. But it doesn't mean that we don't do anything, we don't help out anybody. It means that we practice metta, karuna, mudita, all 3. But then if we cannot help them anymore, then we have to let go. Otherwise, we will suffer with that person. And we have to think that what they are getting, it is because of their past karma. Or another point is that to develop equanimity is, for example, if I feel happy, then I have to be mindful and know that I am being happy because today someone praised me. And even though that it made me happy, I still have to let go of that happiness, because if I do not let go, then I would cling to that happiness, and when that happiness disappears, then I would have to really search, really try to get other people to praise me again. So every Dhamma practitioner, it is important to develop brahma vihara. And the last point of Dhamma is called Benja Dhamma. It coincides with Sila, the 5 precepts. The Buddha said that being virtuous, having precepts, it makes us happy and it leads us to Nibbana. And everyone should practice the 5 precepts. And the precepts, they are rules of not doing something. But then what should we do? And those are the 5 Benja Dhamma. So the first point is, so for Sila is you shouldn't kill other beings, human or animals. Then what should we do? Then we should develop metta. We should help others. And by doing that, then our mind will be refined. And if you really develop this quality, then you will feel uncomfortable if you do something bad. One time the dog here at the monastery, it was being naughty. So I hit it. And once I hit it, then I know it hurt the dog, but I also feel pain in my heart. And then I make a determination that I will have more mindfulness and I wouldn't hit the dogs again. The second point is one shouldn't steal. Then we have to contemplate that why do others steal? They have their reason, whether it's from their hunger, their lack of money, or whatever their reasons. So we have to develop the quality of being a wealthy person. We should be willing to help others by giving food or water or money according to our status. We shouldn't give something that if we only have a certain amount. We should also keep it for ourselves. And I have an example for this. My own mother, she likes to donate clothes to school, to poor kids, to faraway schools and teachers. And because of that good karma, it is strange that when she goes to a market, she always finds good clothes in a cheap price. The merchant, they would tell her that, okay, I have something very good, and show her this, whereas other people may not have the same deal. Or for myself, I like coffee. I like drinking coffee. And when I just newly ordained, I was a bit selfish, but then I developed this quality of dana, and then I give my monk friends coffee. And today, my friends know that I am giving Dhamma talk, so I got offered more than 5 cups of coffee already. And the third point is do not cheat on your spouse. So we have to contemplate to be content in our spouse. Because once you live together for a long time, then your spouse, they may be beautiful in the past, handsome in the past, but they're not anymore. But you always have to think of the good things that you develop when you just met each other. I see the importance of this because my father just recently passed away, and my mother was the one who took care of him for over a year until he passed away. And we have to try to understand each other, that being male and female, we are different. But it doesn't mean that we are separated or divided. The fourth point is do not lie or say something bad. As I say earlier, speech is very important. You can think that, you can contemplate that it is because of the speech from the Buddha that the Panchavakya, Yasa, Kulaputta, all the Arahants in the time of the Buddha, they reached Arahantship because of the speech from the Buddha. So we have to make a determination that from now on we will only speak good things, beneficial things. It doesn't have to be only about Dhamma. It can be just advice on what's a healthy food to eat, what should be eaten, what shouldn't be eaten. And you found that out either from your doctor or from online, and you give that advice to your friends. Or you can be a mediator to help two sides or two people to get back together, to the family to be whole again. And the last point is not consuming alcohol. But then, what should we drink? The doctor said the best drink is pure water. So, but pure water, they don't have, it doesn't have any taste, so people don't like it. Then how should we think about it? Then we should think that as the water as a holy water. My first pansa, I usually bring a pack of water up to the Uposatha hall and put it behind the Buddha Rupa. So when the monks chant paritas, then that water become holy water, and I would bring it and drink it. This is like what we chant every night, the Yang Kinchi. This parita is the one that Venerable Ananda chant to get rid of all the bad energy from the city of Vaisali. And because we have water as the main element in our body, then we should practice mindfulness and samadhi, and we should chant the paritas often, so that the chanting, it has power, it has positive energy. And Ajahn Anan, he said, this energy, it would cleanse your elements in your body, your aggregates. So we have to do this often. as often as we can. And once we develop mindfulness and peace, samadhi, and then we may have wisdom, and we can use that wisdom to fix things in our daily life that we may have made mistake before in the past, and then we make a determination that from now on, in this present moment, we will only do good deeds, so that in the future, our life will be full of wholesomeness, and we have people who love us and give us metta. So in conclusion, being human, it is difficult to come by, to be born as human. So you should know that the Buddha said that human is very fortunate because of 3 things. The first one is we have the bravery. We are even braver than the devas, because devas, they only have happiness. But being human, we experience both happiness and suffering. So we should be able to confront our suffering head on. And being human, we can develop our mindfulness, and this leads to samadhi and wisdom. And the third point is human can practice brahmacharya, being out of the 5, the karma. Being devas, they cannot do this, but being human, we can practice this so that we will be able to reach nibbana. So every one of you should be proud that you are born as human in this life, and whatever age you are, whether you are healthy or unhealthy, you can all practice. So I would like to give you encouragement to everyone. And today I talk about the principle of service, Sankhaha Vatu, Brahma Vihara, and Benja Dhamma. And may you develop all these qualities and practice until you can get rid of all suffering.